Wondering if you might run out of funds at some point during your retirement years? The key might be understanding how your expenses may change over time. Maybe you've budgeted for fun stuff like travel and new interest, but haven't given much thought to healthcare costs down the road. It can be a lot to consider, but in this video, I'm going to break it all down and walk you through it. While everyone's retirement looks different, there are typically 3 phases, each with different needs and expenses. Not everyone will experience the same journey, and some may even skip a phase altogether. First, we have the active spending years, which usually start shortly after retirement and can last until your mid-70s. This is the living your best life phase. You're done working hard, and now it's time to enjoy. Maybe you take that dream vacation, dive into new hobbies, or even treat yourself to a few luxuries. You might be spending more than before retirement, and that's okay. Next, we move into the lower spending years, which often begin around age 75 and could last into your 80s. As we age, our activity level might drop, which could naturally lower our spending habits. So at this phase, you might travel less and spend more time at home with family and friends. Finally, we enter the dependent years, which can typically start around your mid-80s and can continue into your later years. If health concerns become more prominent in your daily life, you may need help with day-to-day activities. This could involve specialized care such as assisted living or moving into a retirement home. As a result, medical and housing expenses could jump back up during this phase. Now that I've outlined the 3 phases of retirement, let's look at how these changes in lifestyle and expenses might unfold for Claudia, a 60-year-old retiree from Ontario. After wrapping up a fulfilling career, she's decided to retire alongside her spouse, who's 57, and together they're ready to kick back and enjoy their golden years. Their home is already paid off, so she's looking forward to enjoying the freedom that retirement brings, no matter where in the world that might be. Let's take a closer look at how things might unfold as Claudia moves through the different phases of retirement. In her active spending years, Claudia's expenses are high because she's traveling and enjoying more leisure activities with her husband. When estimating your own expenses, think about what you'll want to do during these early years. Will you travel? Dine out more? Explore new hobbies? And which areas of day-to-day expenses will require adjustments now that you aren't working? For example, do you want to downsize your home? Maybe you'll see a reduction in daily commute costs. No more parking fees, gas, or public transportation. Next, as Claudia enters the lower spending years, she's not traveling as much, which naturally reduces her expenses. With a less active lifestyle, Claudia decides to sell one of the cars, which allows her to cut costs on maintenance and insurance. At this phase, she's also able to pay off her outstanding credit card debt, which reduces her expenses even further. If you find yourself in this phase, try and identify how you might trim some of your regular expenses, just like Claudia. Next, our retiree finds herself in the dependent years, where health and mobility needs have become a priority. She and her spouse move into a retirement home where they can receive the support they need. This introduces significant costs compared to previous years, making it the most expensive of the 3 phases for Claudia. It's no secret that health and medical expenses can add up quickly. We don't know what the future holds, but we can plan for different scenarios, and doing so can help avoid financial stress later on. Of course, the realities of retirement are often far from a one-size-fits-all scenario. And while estimating retirement expenses can give you a solid starting point, this exercise is often an ongoing process, not a one-time activity. In fact, reassessing your situation regularly, like once a year, may help you stay ahead of life's curveballs. In the next video, I'll walk you through how to calculate a retirement budget that ensures your funds last through every phase mentioned in this video. See you there.
Have more questions? Check out the links to the right and in the description below.